Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor, get over her now! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor, get over her now! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Mr. Taylor! Give me the phone and it'll be over. Mr. Taylor!
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD-named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care, say what you want, white people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, that's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do, and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
in the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is
a funky ass.
A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Shawn for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.
Where all my scanning ass fellas at? Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip and pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
It is difficult. You don't go blind because you married. I see titties and booties every day. Huh? I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? I need the men to stand up and say amen. If you ain't said that, all sir.
Let the church say amen.
Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and
Wait, the wing makes go.
What kind of shit is that?
booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, titties and titties and titties and every day. Booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and every day. Titties and booties, 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 titties and booties. I need the men to stand up and say amen. titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day, titties and booties.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show? Yeah. All right, go. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it. Again, 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Oh, shit. I'm small. I was about to say, where the hell I'm at? Happy Wednesday, happy white people Wednesday, even though we ain't talking about no white people. Sorry, white people. Today's really not your day today. We got some other people to talk about. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Now listen, okay? So the running for office song, I got to give all the credit to JP, All My Hoes Demonetized, for him making that whole video. And I was like, he reminded me today. I was like, I forgot to go listen to when I changed the voice changer, didn't realize it. He's like, this shit is so funny. I said, yeah, I got to go back and listen to it. I was working. I didn't have no time. All of a sudden he sends this to me and I'm like, oh my God, that is too funny. I said, I got to play this. This is just part of the rotation now. So shout out to JP. Appreciate you. If you're here ear hustling or if you're going to be here later. Oh my goodness. It's always something. Then we got, what is that other one called?
It's for the tip.
Oh, Mr. Tigger. Mr. Tigger. Well, listen, Sway don't waste no time. Sway, the remix god, does not waste any time. I don't even know if that damn video was out for 15 minutes. He done already made a damn video for it, of which so many people are saying the same thing. More people are laughing at that video than they are upset about it. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know what that says about all of us. Thank you, Trey, for the happy poop. Goodbye. I don't know what that means for the rest of us. Maybe we insensitive or something. We just don't care. I don't. So that's why I'm kind of like having let's just talk relationships today, because everyone is. RLV will be on later for the men's table. Philly boy, thank you for the gold coin, boo. So we'll hopefully go over there. But then Mrs. Smell the Roses is on, and Ask Her Brother is on. So there's a lot of people that are on tonight. Shout out to everybody that's working. Seth, thank you for the gold coin, boo. I appreciate you. So everybody is working tonight. You would think it was the end of the month or something, but everyone is working on the 8th of July. So thank you all for being here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. And I have a co-host today, y'all. Okay. It's a relationship talk. So I feel like I should have a male's point of view. So let's go ahead and bring up our bestie, RBN. Shout out to you, boo.
What it do?
Let me see. I think I like this one. Yeah. What's going on with you?
Shit.
Well, thank you for coming up for this show. Hopefully it's not a shitty show, but it'll be something, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Got to have a man's opinion. Got lots of questions. So you ready for all that?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me acknowledge Kofa. He said thank you, boo, for the love. Also, I remember that live I'm supposed to do. Oh, you do remember. I see you got one on tonight. That's where we got to go to Kofa tonight. We got to go. We got a lot to do. We got to make the rounds tonight, y'all. Okay. But I said, since we talking relationships, let's go ahead and bring up RBN since he got time, since he's not working for the white man tonight. How you get the day off?
I didn't. I worked all day today already. I worked all night last night, got up at 7 o'clock, went to another job, got home about an hour ago.
Oh, wow. Work. This is how men are supposed to do, y'all. They work, but they're not supposed to work and die. You see the post where I was like, you're not supposed to just work and die. You get your flowers when you die or when you're a criminal. And and Kofa says when you're silent. Okay, so those are the 3 times. I just be the deliverer of the messages. All right, let's get right into it though, because I got a lot to cover and I want to make sure we get to the Sarah Fontenot because she's been making videos all damn day or live streams. So in case y'all missed it, Sassy Straits. All right. Where is my, okay, there we go. Hold on. All right, yeah, that's the one that me and Trin use. In case y'all didn't know, studies show that kissing the homies goodnight doesn't automatically make you gay. Are y'all gonna start? I guess not. No.
I can't. I'm not. No.
Why not?
No. I'm not. I'm not commenting on that.
I don't know what the hell. The agenda is not even a secret anymore. It's just blatantly. I'm just perusing Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And why are they using black men on here? Why? Sassies, somebody got to do something about this.
But you know, them Italians be kissing each other all the time. Them mafioso guys, Italian guys.
Yes, they do in the mob. You're absolutely right.
But no, we ain't doing this shit.
Well, I'm just letting y'all know this is what y'all supposed to be doing, allegedly. Okay, so I just be passing the information along. If y'all decide that you're gonna start doing exactly, that's what I said. Like, what is going on? I don't get it. But just want to let y'all know. Okay.
And what are these studies? What studies? Studies, plural. What studies? Who's studying?
Let me see if it says anything. Oh wow. Internet loves a joke about kissing the homies goodnight. Behind the meme is an interesting discussion about friendship, masculinity, and human behavior. Research has long suggested that platonic affection between male friends does not determine or change a person's sexual orientation. One study from the University of Bath, now I don't know if that's a college or if that's a bathtub, but the University of Bath found that many heterosexual male studies reported having kissed a male friend at some point. The reasons were typically not romantic or actual. Participants described the moments as celebrations, jokes, expressions of friendship, or displays of camaraderie. Psychologists emphasize an important distinction. Sexual orientation is defined by consistent patterns of attraction, not isolated actions or affectionate gestures. In other words, a single behavior doesn't automatically reveal someone's orientation, which means that if you get effed in the ass one time, that does not make you gay, okay?
Gay.
I'm here to help. I am here to help y'all, okay? It says, researchers also point out that different cultures have very different standards regarding physical affection between friends. In some parts of the world, male friends regularly hug, hold hands, kiss on the cheek, or show physical affection without any romantic meaning attached to it. The viral kissing the homies goodnight meme gained popularity, partly because it pokes fun at rigid stereotypes about masculinity. It highlights the idea that friendship and affection don't always need to fit traditional expectations. Many psychologists argue that healthy non-sexual affection between friends can provide important benefits, including social connection, emotional support, stronger friendships. The broader takeaway is simple. Affection and attraction are not the same thing. And showing care for a friend doesn't automatically mean anything beyond friendships. Okay. So do you think society has become more accepting of emotional closeness between male friends?
Michonne, listen, we can stop right here. This university is a gay university, 1 hour outside of London.
Oh my God. Oh my God. University of Bath.
The University of Bath is famous for, it's his historical lineage in Roman bathhouses. Those are for the gay soldiers in the Roman army. So
wow,
that's where this is coming from.
Well, if they're over there in London, the hell they putting black men on here for?
There you go.
Wow, how disrespectful.
We are globally attacked.
Yes, that's what that is. I'm not saying that there aren't black Englanders, whatever they're called, but for the most part, you don't be thinking of England, think of black people at all. They could have put Prince Charles up there.
This some white boy shit. I bet you it's a black woman put this post up. They saw this shit.
Yo, it might be. It says hose hose. Look, the agenda is everywhere, y'all. The person is hose T problems. Hose T's problems. It sounds like a woman. It sounds female. I agree with you.
Yep.
Wow. Probably didn't even use one, but you look it up and then that's what you think, and they just probably use this right here. Man.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Why are you gay?
Yes. And the fact that that's a woman makes it even funnier. But this is not funny. But child, this is crazy. It's like in your face now. Shout out to Kofa. He thank you, boo. He said, Mr. Messi for the next live stream. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But good try. We'll see when I can fit him in. But it will not be a nighttime live stream. I don't want to hear his complaining. Thank you though, boo. Thank you, Reaper. He said gay in every universe, Riley voice. That's gay granddad. I bet a woman wrote it. That's what RBN just said. Probably a black woman at that.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Or Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Don't let me play his video. You know I got a video of him too.
Oh no.
The Beyonce remake.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to Kev G for the Cash App. He said we're not cool with Backdoria University. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. I'm with y'all. I don't get it. Shout out to Mona D. I see you, boo. Shout out to you. All right. I just gotta make sure I keep y'all in the know. Don't say that I don't let y'all be knowing nothing. All right. So moving on to the biatches. All right. So angry black woman is not a thing, y'all. It is not a thing. But over here on Twa Hair Beauty, it says young women are facing a female angriness epidemic per study. People in all these studies, did it come from the study of Bath? They're the most unhappy and pessimistic group and view the world negatively, blaming men for their unhappiness. Is this breaking news? This is Young Miami down here. Who's the other two girls? Anybody know? Bueller?
I don't know none of them motherfuckers.
It says, according to the New Statesman exclusive investigation and polling by Merlin Strategy, an epidemic of despair is spreading among Gen Z women. And the funny part is that I am in the middle of making more I Hate Generation X videos from Generation Z, because they say that we got the problem. And now there's a daggone study that says that these people blame, they're unhappy, and they view the world as negative. So I'm going to just put this right on in there with my videos. This is right on time. It says these young women are more progressive than any demographic, yet they're also the most unhappy and hopeless. Only 50% of women under 30 view men positively, compared to 72% of men who view women positively. Young women are 26 percentage points less likely than young men to feel positively about capitalism and far more pessimistic about out-earning their parents. Oh, that's why they mad. Why would people be interested in out-earning their parents? I'm so confused. Of all things to be worried about, get married. The most devastating part is that educated, privileged women are experiencing the deepest crisis. These aren't struggling women. They're lawyers, consultants, strategists, yet they're the ones most convinced society has abandoned them. They can't afford homes. They don't want children because motherhood means erasing themselves. They feel trapped choosing between subjugation to a man or subjugation to the system. The internet has radicalized them into believing revolution matters more than their own lives. Wow. A woman wrote this. It looked like she black. TWA Hair Beauty. Gotta be black. I know what you're gonna say. What did you say? Why are you so pissed?
Why are you so pissed?
You were right. You were right before we even found this. This is 6 days ago. They must have heard your video and lifted it.
They pissed about everything, boy.
Allegedly. Young women are angry about existence itself. They've weaponized their pessimism into a moral identity. One activist said, I think to be a person that cares about other people, you've got to be pessimistic. This isn't, listen, yeah. This isn't courage. This is learned helplessness rebranded as enlightenment. They're isolated, they dislike men, they don't believe in the future, and they're spreading that despair to every young woman they meet. And the source this time is New Statesman Merlin Strategy, which I don't know what that is, but there you go. Is this new news?
No.
Yeah. But it's a black woman that's at least admitting it.
A black woman admitting it?
Yeah. Whoever is in charge of this site.
Right. I mean, but they got everything they want. Why are they shocked? So they can't consult themselves into some permanent dick. They just gotta.
I feel like they can get D whenever they want to, but
permanent.
I was going to say they just say that they don't want it permanently, but they do. They'd be lying to themselves.
They want their male counterpart, but they work with their male counterparts, and it never clues in on them exactly why their male counterparts don't want them, nor do they pay attention to who their male counterparts actually choose. You know, and they convince themselves, because they stay in the echo chamber with each other, that it's the reason why is because I'm so don't nobody give a damn about how independent you are. Men care about how you treat them and how you show up for them and how you represent them. And they're not trying to come home and fight another dude.
Right. Agree. So I'm listening to y'all. I agree. This is what y'all say. I don't know, with all this talk they be doing on the internet, what they be paying attention to, because clearly it ain't y'all. Oh yeah, it's Meg Thee Stallion and Koresha, Young Miami, and Sexy Red. That's who they'd rather pay attention to. Go ahead.
The other issue is, Michonne, is that when they're talking about like these women on this level, it's such a small percentage of women who are actually on that economic level. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they talk about it as if it's the overwhelming majority of black women.
Correct.
Most black women are broke as all hell. They living on less than 50 a year. They barely clip 40 in most cases. But they're talking like all of these women are making so much money, more money, and the guys are not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy.
So in other words, everybody's poor based off of what they say.
Right. And it's just wild to me how they just talk as if what they're saying is true. Like the whole Tyler Perry talking about when he was on that show sitting on the couch talking about, you know, the majority of black women out earn black men. No, you don't. You never have. No, you don't. And I don't know where that comes from.
It comes from their head. That's the only place it comes from. Any statistic already says that all men of all races make more money than the women do. Period. They across the board, all of them. So these people just talking out the side of their neck, and if Tyler Perry says it, then they'll take it. But as soon as Tyler Perry says that you should be with the man that can contribute to the light bill, then we don't settle. And then we watch tonight's conversation and we see that that's all they do is settle.
But right, and talking about contribute to the light bill, she's contributing to the light bill.
No. They said Tyler said if they made all the money, then what's wrong with a man contributing to the light bill?
I understand what he's saying, but I'm saying even in that statement, there's falsities in that statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming in and just contributing to the light bill. The reality is she's the one contributing to the light bill because everything else, typically speaking.
Yes.
Everything else. If you take my base pay, just my base pay, I'm an average earning brother. The fact of the matter is I earn more because I work more. And that's how it go.
That's how it works. Gen Z don't understand that. That's why they're so lazy. And now they're pessimistic and all that other stuff that the other article just said. And then all these other women, just because they went to college, they just think that they can just talk with bravado and then that's going to force someone to believe what they're saying. And it's like, y'all just look crazy because all you got to do is Google it, Chat GPT it, Gemini it, and anything else. That's it.
Michonne, I work with some of the dumbest smart women I've ever met in my life. And I work in the medical field. These are some idiots that I work with. No common sense, nothing. And an ego bigger than a city. which always gets them in trouble.
Wow. Yeah, you do got some people working over there. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Shout out to Reaper. He said it will never ever be enough. I don't disagree with you, boo. I do not disagree with you. Speaking of mothers, MFers.
Okay.
So I just listen, get ready, okay? I just found this while perusing. And it says from the Neighborhood Talk, mother says her ex-boyfriend needs to give her $10,000 for her to turn a blind eye to the alleged essay of her daughter. This is great. This is a great look. This is a great look.
Holy.
We got screenshots on John, and I want to tell y'all, screen record this. Is this camera on? Is this camera on? Is this AI? Is it ChatGPT? Y'all, I done finally told the truth. I done finally told the truth about what John did to her. I'm gonna go live in a little minute. I'm gonna let her tell y'all out her own mouth. Bitch, you going to jail. We going to the detective in the morning. She finally came out and told the truth, bitch. You going to jail, ho. You're going to jail. John, your charges are ready. We called him and tried to get him to send the money, right? And bitch, the only reason I let your bitch ass come to my household is because we was trying to get your ass locked up, bitch, but your ass got up out of there real quick, bitch. You was only at my house 30 minutes. Bitch, you left before the police could get you, ho. But don't worry, you know, he got y'all fooled, y'all. He had y'all thinking that, you know what I'm saying, oh, she let me come back around because she trusted me with the kids. Nah, bitch, that was a setup. But I got audio. I recorded every phone conversation. We recorded your phone conversation, so we got the messages from Autumn. Autumn finally came to me while I was in jail. She finally came to me while I was in jail and told me what you did, sick, nasty ass bitch. She told me what you did to her in that basement, ho. But don't worry, when I get home, we gonna let the story come out then, y'all. Just wait, I guess I don't even want to talk about it right now. I'm gonna let my baby tell y'all, bitch, you going to jail, ho. You now we can get the charges rolling, bitch. You finna be arrested for sex offender, ho. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't got shit else to say. I don't got shit else to say, ho. You're going to jail. He touched on her. You going to jail, nasty bitch. You going to...
Yeah, these are the pores. These are definitely the pores. The bottom of the barrel pores who listen to Young Miami and let their kids play it. She said you're going to have the kid come to the live stream and tell everybody. Who's taking this woman on?
She's proud.
Yeah.
She's proud of this.
Mm-hmm.
She turned up, excited, turned on, all of that.
Yep. And then if he comes through, because let's not act like he is the VP at Wells Fargo, but if he comes through and takes her out, then everybody's going to be like, she was a good mama. She didn't deserve this.
But she asked for money to keep it quiet, but yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that the Neighborhood Talk put this on their blog, which means that the rest of them did too, but these people don't seem to have a problem with them. It just is amazing to me. Because they're the ones where I found most of the shit that I find is from these damn blogs. No one seems to have a problem while they grow millions and millions of followers a day, or thousands of followers a day. And they're recently doing this baddie show, which all it is a bunch of black women fighting. That's all that show is. And that's how they get popular. And no one seems to have a problem with it, which is what just boggles the mind. Image.
Somebody give a damn about no image?
Clearly, but that also is a problem as to why you dumb bitches, because I know you listening, can't get a relationship. This is the image of dumb shit like this, and it gets perpetuated by these damn blog sites. But you think that I'm the problem? They have millions of followers. I have 44,000, and 44,000 people don't watch. So who's the real problem at the end of the day?
With her McRib wrap on her lap in a bonnet.
But those nails are done, and I'm sure there's a good weave under there too, or whatever. Low class.
No, that's classy.
Right. This is somebody raising someone. This is one that would sing that boosting song and go boost something. This is who it would influence, someone like this. So Black women, when you carry on, just know that this is the image. And yes, I'm Black too. But when I say you got to be mindful of it, you want to give me a hard time calling me a white supremacist. And what's this? A ghetto supremacist? Like, what is it? Disgusting, selling her daughter. About to get her daughter to get on here and start talking about an alleged assault by her boyfriend, mind you. And yet
while she was in jail. And apparently left her daughter with some strange dude that's not her father while she was in jail. But who's the bum?
Exactly. Same old ish, different biatch. Exactly. She's such a lady. But wait, there's more. No, wait, there's more. So I don't know who these people, another blog, mind you. Now, this is an ABCD blog, but blog nonetheless. Lex P and Drea Nicole, I don't know who these people are. Maybe y'all do. Speak on double stands after Daphne Joy's tape. So these people are still talking about Daphne Joy. So who's bringing attention to Daphne Joy? Because I didn't forgot about her. Were y'all thinking about her? It says
I had to look her up. I didn't know who she was.
Who, Lex P or Daphne Joy?
Joy.
Oh, so 50 Cent's baby mom, and that's the girl that had the sex takeout like a few weeks ago with Diddy.
With Diddy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go look her up. I don't know these people.
Yeah, exactly.
I work.
That, and this is so unimportant. However, this is still yet again image, and it's usually Black women, and I don't understand why these Black women don't see this. I just don't understand how they see it. And then they're always talking about, but as a Black woman, well, maybe because you allow shit like this, which I think you talked about the other day. If it wasn't you, it's somebody else talking about other races won't allow their worst to be glorified. They keep them under the damn trash can.
Well, Michonne, the issue with us is the worst of us have out-reproduced the best of us.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Katanya is asking about Ashley. She's buried. It's a self-deletion and it's over. Parents got the money. The boyfriend said he didn't do it and he loved her and it's over. And they've moved on. Haven't heard hide nor hair from the parents since. Interesting, isn't it? Shout out to GA. Thank you, Boo. He said these low frequency people are the reason why we are the most hated race in America. Yeah, I don't know, but this probably is not going to be too good. It says Lex P and Drea Nicole. Does anybody know who these people are? Speak on double standards after Daphne Joy X-tape leak. A Black woman who was in that situation wouldn't be on no press tour right now. Wasn't Superhead everywhere at one point?
Had a whole book and a tour and a lecture, speak engagements, lectures. She went on all of these talk shows, BET After Dark, all of that.
Amber, when she was doing the slut walk, what's her name? That one too.
Rose, yeah.
Young Miami is on a tour right now with the hottest song of the summer. So these people just be saying shit. And Hollywood Unlocked is going to let them.
Always judge more harshly when it comes to anything that we do. A Black woman who was in that situation would be on a press run right now. If I'm being honest. People wouldn't be inviting her on their shows. Exactly. They'll be like, oh, she's a slut.
Yeah. I think this just goes to show what we deal with as Black women, you know. And this is no shade to Daphne. I think when you have a moment, you take it. You do what you want to. You know, she's on Cam Newton podcast.
Yes.
You know, that's an ad. I know an ad when I see one. I'm not mad at her.
Wait, y'all are on Shannon Sharp's podcast.
Yes. It fits. It fits.
I'm just saying, what are you mad for? You are on Shannon Sharp's podcast. Why are you? All they do is watch white people. That's it. Even though Daphne Joy is Asian, I think. Is she Blasian? Is she Blasian? Whatever it's called. Brittany Renner, another one. How many times every time Brittany Renner says something, she on everything? Her own podcast. She was with Kevin Samuels. Like, these people just be saying shit. Bernice Burgos. Right. Bernice Burgos. And the other one that Drea, I think her name is Drea. She a hoe too. Child, they just like to be victims, child. Just sound crazy. As a Black woman, it must suck to have a life this hard, I tell you.
That's what you're supposed to do. But seeing the reaction of people, the way they treat her, even there ain't no tapes outside of me and Drea doing nothing.
Right.
But the way people act towards us just because we talk about our dating experiences.
Yes.
And we get treated like, oh my gosh, you would have thought that we killed somebody's mother or something. Like, or fuck they mama. Even with like how the way they treat Megan Thee Stallion, you know, because of her lyrics or things like that. And it's like they treat us like we are just the worst thing ever. Then you have this woman who has a sex tape. She getting not one but two niggas. Ain't no. That's what you like to do.
Are they mad? She not getting one but two niggas. Who the second one? Who the first one? Diddy? Who's she getting?
Diddy and
Academics?
Well, didn't she? Well, in the video, the sex tape, didn't she? Diddy was in it, but Diddy was watching her getting dug out by another dude, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's what she's talking about.
No, she could be, but she just now said that Daphne Joy got two niggas, and I'm like, who? Who?
And maybe she just mad because she want to do it, but she's scared.
Maybe Ripper just said because they're jealous, and I'm like, they have to be jealous. So you're jealous of someone that you're talking down to, and again, I don't know these people, so they could be in the same type of boat. You're mad because you're not being taken on a tour of the whore tour. All these people we didn't name, but it's always as a Black woman, we're not like the whores that we are for everyone to talk to. That's what I'm hearing.
What does that mean as a Black woman? What does that mean?
It means nothing because it means nothing. It's to try to drag all of us in. They can keep it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. These are the most miserable people.
As a Black, that's supposed to mean something or have a special place. I don't know.
To no one, because no one cares.
Yeah.
That actually probably makes it worse. And the other one, Wheezy from Horrible Decisions, I think it's called. She on Ace Metaphor. So clearly whoredom does work. They clearly just don't know how to do it right. So let's just say as a Black woman, because Black women are allegedly put upon in every single aspect of life when something goes wrong, but have no problem with taking credit when anything ever goes right.
And do they get pissed when it goes right too, by the way?
Possibly, but they like to brag when it goes right. Let's not forget that part. Like if something positive happens to y'all, it's because they helped you with your business, gave you the money. But when it's something that they clearly have something to do with, like that heifer on that last video with that kid, I don't hear nobody saying nothing. I'm going to say as a Black woman, I'm just tired of the bottom feeders feeding and being showcased on these damn blogs and whatnot. That's what I'm tired of. Shout out to Slim Daddy. He said, we are seeing the making of a modern day underclass of untouchables. They're only aware of group esteem when they're prevented from doing something. That is true. That's crazy. This is ridiculous. Mike Love says, because they do the same thing but haven't become famous. That could be it. You get to be on Shannon Sharp's podcast. That sounds about right. What more do you need? Child, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they appreciate their fellow whores, in my opinion. But anyway, you ready for some tonight's conversation?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you haven't sent me any lately. We'll let the whores help. This is through this girl IGTV. Does a woman's success threaten a man? Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Together, let's watch this video together and we'll talk about it at the end of the video.
I don't think I got it. Yeah. Why does some men say they love a woman for her strength and independence, but still feel threatened when she stops shrinking herself to keep the relationship comfortable?
What?
That's really good. Shrinking her.
When she stops shrinking herself?
Oh, I thought she said drinking herself. I didn't understand.
She's shrinking herself so that he can look better, even though she's better.
Oh, Lord.
So,
absolutely.
You know, I think a relationship takes two people, right? The two people come together, the two become one flesh, right? And I think it's a compromise. Being able to understand who that man is, what that man may need, and then vice versa. I think a lot of times when we think we're shrinking, we're actually shedding. Like there's a part of you that actually dies when you get in a relationship. And if you get married,
damn, there's a part of y'all that die when you get in a Who is this person? Anybody know this man? So now when you get in a relationship, a part of you dies. I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. You heard that before?
I wonder if some of these guys got to go through like an 8-week ACE metaphor training program before they can come on tonight's conversation. 8 weeks of training on how to talk to these women when they ask questions. Because he sounds like Ace.
He sound crazy for sure.
They all do. These dudes come up there and they all, not a contradictory statement amongst the guys for the most part. Mm-hmm. Trill every now and again, even Trill, he tiptoes and don't go like we seen him go. You know what I mean? I guess Ace must put their ass through boot camp.
He must. This does sound crazy, but he's pandering to her for sure. You lose a part of yourself. A part of you dies.
You die.
Yeah.
He even dies even more. And I hear women a lot of times, they say, well, when I got married, I lost myself. And I hear men, they come to me all the time and we're coaching men. Bro, I feel like I just lost myself. And I'm like, good. You're supposed to lose yourself. We got to die to ourselves. So I think a lot of times it hurts when we have to shed that dead skin that no longer serves us anymore. And it feels really, really uncomfortable when you're developing to be that the new person that you're trying to be. Full transparency. I hated it when I had to not be Pretty Willie no more. But it didn't serve my marriage. She didn't like when I was in the club. That was really, really difficult. So that was something that I had to shed. Thousands of people always say, why you stop? Because I had a baby and I didn't want to risk me losing my life, and that hurt. But I had to shed it and I had to give it up. But the beauty of the shedding is that God.
Well, was he ready to get married? Because when I had to stop going out, it wasn't a big deal because I was with the person I wanted to be with. What is he talking about? You're a man.
I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about.
You're supposed to know.
How am I supposed to?
I don't know. Black man to black man. Yo, Mr. K2, exactly. So you got married and you were still clubbing. So what did you get married for? Like, I'm not saying that you got to completely not go out, but damn. So a part of you died because you couldn't go clubbing anymore? What are we talking about?
Yeah, these are these. What the hell?
This is a man that kisses his male friends before.
Yep. Before they go, yeah. Yep, this is exactly who this is.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
This is what this looks like. He's trying to hustle. He's hustling for his paycheck tonight.
You adjust when you get married. Of course you do. You adjust when you get into any relationship because obviously if you want to be with someone, you're going to adjust with them or you're going to continue to be your regular, single, selfish self.
How do you want to be Michonne, let me tell you when I stopped going to quote unquote clubs. I was 28 years old and I'm out at a club. Mm-hmm. And I ended up going to the bar. It was at the back of the club. And then I'm sitting there waiting on my, I ordered a drink. Well, I don't drink, but I ordered my drink, but it's not an alcoholic drink. And I'm sitting there waiting on it, and I'm looking. Then I did the one thing that I hate when I do. I start looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking at the people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, when did I become the old nigga in the spot?
That day.
Everything in there looked like a kid to me. I'm like, and I'm in my late 20s, like, oh no. You know what I mean? And I never went back to a club. That didn't mean I stopped going out. I understood that it was time for me to go from club to lounges.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, but were you married then or about to get married?
I was probably a year before my marriage happened.
Okay, so then that kind of makes sense. But I guess you probably noticed that it's time to grow up a little bit. That's what you're saying.
I don't know. I just knew I was the old dude, and it was a little creepy, and I didn't want to be that dude at the 20-something-year-old spot.
But did you die on the inside?
No, I did not die. I just took my big old ass where I was supposed to be, which when I started going to lounges, then again, I became the young dude in the room.
There you go. So I stopped going when I had stopped going for a while.
And then after after the second kid, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out, right? So I went out with my friends. And when I went there, I said, these are the same people that were here before I had 2 kids. The same people. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
The same people. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I know I'm here, but I'm just happen to be here. You all are still here. I said, well, when does anyone ever move on and do something different? Nope. The same people, the same DJs, the same music in the same order. And I said, you know what? I think I'm done with this now.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And so he died because his old ass couldn't do that no more.
I guess I died too at that point. But when it happened, there's nothing where I ever said, oh, I feel like I died. When I was about to go down the aisle, I'm like, oh my God, a part of me is about to die. No, because this is what I wanted to do. So there was no dying going on. You know what I mean?
And let me point out something about what he said real quick.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I had to understand that I got a baby now and I don't want to die. That wasn't his thought. That was his wife's thought.
Yeah, probably. I would
His
agree.
wife said that to him because he had no intentions until she said, you got a baby, you got responsibilities, and you can't be out there while they decide to turn up or somebody get mad or there was a street takeover or whatever, and you got us sitting around here at the crib. That's what happened. But he's presenting it like it was his epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I do speak man, so I know bullshit when I hear bullshit.
You're right. I agree with you 1000%. Good pickup on that. Because that's exactly something that I would say. Because I've said it. You got to stop doing this now. We got kids, we got a house, we got this, we got that. I've said the same thing. You're absolutely right.
My buddy, he used to do, all through high school, college, the one guy that's my lifelong buddy, when he got married, after they had their second kid, his wife was like, you got to sell the motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he barking all this stuff. And I said, Coop, I told him, I said, Coop, you got to sell your motorcycles. I said, you're kind of reckless with them. And your wife is a stay-at-home mom. Everybody is living off of what you go out there and produce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go get you an old Harley when you turn 50, and your boy's about to graduate high school, and the job of them is complete. That's what you do.
I agree with you.
And he looked at me like I was the crazy one.
Did he get rid of the bikes?
He absolutely got rid of the damn bike.
Okay. It just had to marinate sometime with some people with sense.
Yeah, he was her tooth and nail, and then it made it even worse because when she found out that I got in his ear, she got mad because he wouldn't listen
to you and not to her.
Yeah, but
sometimes that does happen. Slim Daddy, appreciate you. Said nobody on tonight's conversation has gray hair. # blind leading the blind.
No. That dude right there got gray hair. It's just nobody. It's colored. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
He got paint in that beard.
I believe he does, especially looking at his eyebrows. I believe that he does. Shout out to my white woman, Elizabeth, for the Cash App. She said, hey, Messy, miss you. Love from the white woman. Shout out to the white people on White People Wednesday. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. We barely got into it. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Come on, y'all.
Often opens up bigger doors. So I think a lot of times when you think when you're thinking you have to shrink, I think it's time for you to really get excited if it's the right man. Some men want to hold you in your box because they want to outshine you and make sure that you don't go further than them. Now, that's just a toxic man. But if you realize that this is a good man and it feels like you have to shrink, I think it takes a little investigation to see if it's shrinking or if it's shedding.
Kira, what you got?
I think that when we're talking about strength and independence is not a word that you should have within a relationship with another person, because independence is the things that stand alone. When, like he said, when you join yourself with someone else, you've given up that independence so y'all can depend on each other. And that strength that you're so used to carrying on your own, you no longer have the sole burden of putting everything on your back. You got a partner now. So you should be happy to let go of some of those areas that you had to be strong in and learn how to allow your man to get you into your softness. See, sometimes we hang on so closely to this identity of being a strong Black woman. We are turning into the new niggas.
She said turning
into the new. What's a strong? What do they mean by strong?
according to them, they take care of everything. You know how Dr. Umar said, because I was rewatching when he was on Daily Wrap-Up Crew, he said the reasons why the women are so masculine is because you all went to jail and you all weren't taking care of the kids. So they had to be strong and take care of everything. So they're angry about that. And in order for them to become unangry and stop being strong, y'all have to go ahead and SYCBM them.
So it's strong for them to have to take care of the responsibilities that they created. That what makes them strong.
They was created by you, but then y'all went to jail. Like men just went out of the house and said, you know what? I'm going to jail today, and then just left and went to jail. So they completely forget about then with racism and how cops started off as what is it called, slave catchers. Forget all that then, and then just be like, oh well, you all just went to jail. Then forget about your Biden's crime bill, mind you. Forget about all of that. Forget about the man in the house rule. Forget all that.
Then let me tell you something about that crime bill, Michonne.
Huh?
I want to point out something about that crime bill.
What?
Because we want to blame Joe Biden for the crime bill.
We don't anymore.
Huh?
We did then. We don't anymore.
Right. Well, because the reason why the crime bill came about is because the so-called black leadership at the time was crying about all of the killings that were going on.
Yes.
The black community, the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons of the world, they were out there begging Congress to do something, begging Bill Clinton to do something. They are the black churches. They went to DC. They lobbied hard all across this country for the government, the white man, to do something. So the white man finally decided to do something to shut you niggas up. And what do? They created the prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
AKA the crime bill.
Yeah.
They put prisons on the stock exchange. Literally, you can buy stock in prison right now. Because of the crime bill. So why we want to blame Joe Biden, blame them niggas in the pulpit for that damn crime bill?
Well, they'd have to do some research in order to know that. They would have to read something. They would have to get something that didn't come from a blog or Roland, who only just admitted that Democrats don't do anything for black people, but they're still going to follow what he says.
Well, because the Republicans are racist. So we can flush everything up down the tube for a racist.
And that is true.
Racist gave us signed the Emancipation Proclamation. People don't know that.
Some people say that's a lie because they don't want to give anybody any credit except for Democrats.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
Yeah. So it's always pick and choose. Tadisha, is Tadisha here? Where's this at in the code? Huh?
A racist signed the Civil Rights Act.
Yes.
A racist Supreme Court gave us the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery.
Yes. Forget all that.
They did. I don't give a damn about somebody being a damn racist as long as they do what the fuck I need them to do.
That's what I'm saying. But the colored community does not look at it that way. They do not look at it that way. And now that this thing with that Nolan, what's his name, down in Mississippi, which happened while I was there, they're really going to be all riled up. How convenient, though. Another deceased black child allegedly at the hands of other whites. They're going to have a field day with this. Rest in peace to that young man. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I can't do it today, y'all. I can't do it. Shout out to Mike Love.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Mike Love. I appreciate you, boo. He said, RB, and glad you caught it. We men can see he sits down to piss. Oh, no. Go ahead.
No, I just want to hear more what the strong black woman who's dying got to say, who didn't die in her relationship.
That man put you in your soft season. Let that man allow you to depend on him. Let that man allow you to feel weak sometimes. There's nothing wrong with being weak in your relationship. That means that you got something strong to lean up against, right? There's nothing wrong with giving up your independence. That means that you got a man that you can depend on. So those two words that you used are evident to the fact that you are trying to hold on to this identity of that single life that you had, but that single life is over once you get a real one. I have no desire to be a strong, independent black woman. Y'all can keep that shit. So if you want to keep your man, then you got to relinquish that identity as well.
But they also have to put you in that position. And if you don't, then...
So everything that we said is a contingent on you having a good...
What?
These people are fucking idiots. He gotta put you in that position.
Yes.
Okay. So on my stream, and I'm gonna bring this on my stream, I talked about only because us blacks, we love Jesus more than we love everything else. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. There will be no Jesus slander with the blacks, even the black whores. You know, no Jesus slander. I pointed out when they're talking about the role of a woman, and a lot of people like to reference the Proverbs 31 woman.
Yep.
The one part that they tend to miss in there is the fact that the female is a provider. It talks about how she provides for her home and she's the keeper of the home. That means this whole provider stuff is, according to the Bible, it's a dual responsibility. But somehow we've forgotten or missed that, or it just wasn't. Some Bibles didn't get that printed in it apparently along the way.
Because they're not reading the Bible; they're listening to Jamal Bryant.
So the providership is a dual responsibility, but the way we provide is different. But it's a dual responsibility. And the Bible specifically says that a woman is the keeper of her home. A Proverbs 31 woman is a very exalted woman who's very busy, who shoulders a lot of responsibility. But these motherfuckers, even if they get somebody, if they're able to get somebody that's able to put them in that position, they're gonna bitch about that too.
For sure. But if she's like this, he must already like it. Would you see A417? Thank you for the flowers. Appreciate you. If they're accepting her like this, she's not going to change anyway. Let's be honest. She's just not going to change. This is who she is, and he must be okay with it. So later on, we don't want to hear nothing from him, because I'm assuming that she's not really soft, since that's what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
She's in her feminine era, or trying to be,
I guess.
But
so
you
should be talking about that to him, not these bozos.
Why would they do that? Now, why would they do that? Why would they go talk to him?
I don't know. It's just a man.
He's just a man. Why would you go talk to him? He don't mean nothing. We're gonna talk to a bunch of strangers and a bunch of slut buckets and kitty.
Yes, and I forgot to put that up. I got it. I got to get that loaded.
Nigga. So I don't want y'all to apply this across the board. True.
Yeah, Melissa Ford up here too.
Who in the hell is Melissa Ford? Oh, never mind. I know her.
Yeah, I would say like men love an independent woman because we love the parts of her that benefits us. Like, I love the fact that you're strong because it removes the incentive for me to fix my imperfections because you can handle it. You're strong. I love the fact that you make great money, right? Because now I don't have to work as hard to sustain this lifestyle. Like, I can damn near slack off because I know you're going to step up and goddamn contribute in places that I'm falling short. But when it comes to you questioning my leadership or questioning my decision making and forcing me to look in that mirror and question, damn, am I really the man that I think I am? I think that right there is like jarring for men. So again, the reason we love that woman is because of how much y'all take off our plate, regardless of how unhealthy. But on the opposite end, we hate that woman just as much because it forces us to look in the mirror and question whether or not we're the man that we think we are.
Contextual question. When you are asking this question, are you thinking in relations to a healthy relationship, or are you talking about a man that was kind of insecure?
I think it was more so a man who was insecure. I know it was a man who was insecure.
Okay, now, do you believe it was because you did better?
Of course.
You know, first of all, fuck you, Trill. I just had to sit there and listen to 30 seconds of Trill telling me how, yeah, we like you strong, so I ain't got to do no work.
Right, that sounds crazy. Thank you, Katanya.
Lazy bum, we all lazy bums. We're all lazy bums looking for mommy, looking for some woman to fleece and take on our responsibility. We just want to be a girl. We just want to be at home and be a girl, and we want you to be strong so I can go home and be a girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those statements are the ones where women can say men are the new women based off of stuff like that.
And Trill is you know, being sarcastic as he want to be. I'm no longer, I'm on the full fuck you Trill train. I'm telling you, Ace is putting these niggas through boot camp.
He might be.
No money, nigga. This is how you got to talk. These are question like this come up. This is what you say. He might be making these niggas memorize lines.
He might, because he definitely pay them, and allegedly they're being paid very well. So it makes sense to keep getting paid to follow the direction of the manager, right?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Michonne. I've told managers this. I've said it on YouTube. I'll tell anybody, and I mean this shit. My soul and my integrity is not for sale.
Agree. Same.
Period. Ain't no job. I told the manager, you know, before they, you know, clip me, long before they clip me. I say, you want something for me that you can't have. You want my integrity and you want my pride, and you can't have that. It ain't for me to give it to you.
I'm with you. I agree.
You got a problem with that. I said, you got a problem with that? Go see a damn therapist, lady. They hated how I talk. I don't talk like that all the time, but when I understand that it's a useless, futile process, and that it's only a matter of time before I get up out of there, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. I'm done playing the political game. That's why I can no longer be in management anymore. I can't climb the corporate no more.
That's why I didn't either, because I can't be kissing nobody's ass. I'm not playing those games.
I spent the last almost 15 years in a very high position in the state of Missouri. And I just, when we got this, the governor we got now, I call him Governor Dipshit. And I fucking called him that to his face in the meeting. And I was like, oh, Lord. Because I was, you know, when you just done with dumb. You're done with dumb. So,
yeah.
Then he'll maybe make more money, or
I think it's mainly more so they don't want you to see you elevate. You know what I mean? And kind of keep you stagnant because they're not doing their part to grow. So they see you growing and they're like, all right, you know.
Then why are you even with a person like that? Why is this even a question? But you staying now, aren't you?
I think it's more so that than kind of putting you in a position to be a soft girl in your soft girl era and stuff like that.
There's nothing more dangerous than an insecure man.
Absolutely.
There just isn't. For the health of us, there's nothing more dangerous than an insecure man. He will keep you down. He will use and abuse you. Like, it's just, there's nothing more dangerous. I think we've all discovered that by watching the Diddy doc.
Oh, shit.
Damn, man.
What the hell does the Diddy doc have to do with anything?
Who is this white woman?
That's Melissa Ford. That's what I was about to say. A whore giving out advice to a woman that's already basically putting down the man that I guess she allegedly is about to marry. So why are you marrying him?
That's Melissa Ford?
Yeah.
Looking like a white woman?
Yeah. Next to all these darkies, yeah.
White woman. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And she referenced in the Diddy doc, that's her point of reference.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Yes, for real. But that woman is an idiot standing at the daggone podium. Fool. Talk to your damn.
Where, Michonne, you the lady, like, how does a dude not want to tolerate certain behaviors translate into you're insecure? I don't understand the leap.
The lady at the podium said that he's insecure because she makes more money and he's stagnant. So she's starting to elevate basically, and he's standing still. So now he's getting insecure, right? So if it's that bad and you're noticing all this, why are you there? Because you are the problem. Because it shouldn't. These are people back to money, right? That's all they know is money, and they really don't know money. I'm telling you, because when it comes to what money is worth, they don't know.
They don't know.
But you're basically whoring yourself to the money. So when you don't have enough, ain't he supposed to pick up? So if he don't have enough, don't you pick up? Well, I'm telling you, and I know you know, that's how it's supposed to work. Because sometimes I might be down, you might be down. Are you down? Are you down? This is not for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. I guess they don't know that. I guess they didn't hear that part either. Like they didn't hear the part of the Bible he was referencing. You don't just leave because the other person, just because they're male. My husband has lost his job. He has been out of work for some months. What kind of bitch would I look like if I was like, well, it was good while it lasted and I left? These people don't understand about what Trent calls duty, honor, commitment. It's not just while everything is good. That's the problem with these bitches. All of them. They don't understand that. It's only about them. The most selfish bunch of people ever in the damn world. You're complaining. You finally, and I'm going to say finally, get somebody to take you seriously and potentially marry you. You're already complaining. Why are you with him then? Since you're so smart and you're so educated, why would you move forward with it?
So, you know, and I think, did I touch on this? I don't remember. But they're looking at the dollar and not what's attached to the dollar. You know, or I did the positions that come with it. So a police officer isn't good enough, and no, they're not. But police officers are not good enough, and they can make upwards to 70, 80,000, over 100 if you're in like major metropolitan areas like a New York or Boston or whatever the case may be. So they're not good enough. So the high school history teacher ain't good enough, but that's a full career. And speaking of educators, even though they don't make a lot of money, Michonne, do you know that they represent almost the largest portion of student loan debt? Because every time an educator, a teacher wants to do something more specific, they make them go back and get another degree in that field, not a certificate, another degree. Like when I was married, my wife was an English teacher, but she wanted to be a reading specialist. They made her go back and get another master's degree in reading specialist. These people who are only making $60,000 a year got more degrees and more education, and they're not good enough because of the dollar that's attached to them, not the value of the position that they have within the community, or what that skill set represents in your house. These people are morons.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, but it sounds like, because I didn't know that if the Department of Education, which that would fall under, right, is telling these people that they got to go back. It sounds like it's really a racket at the end of the day.
Whole goddamn racket, Michonne. Let me tell you something else in that field. If they want to become an administrator, like a principal or
you finally make some real money, yes,
they got to go back to school and get a degree in that. They got degrees, masters of education and administration. They actually have a degree for it. They have to go back and get that degree.
That is a racket.
It is a cold racket.
That is a racket.
And we're not going to talk about that also too. Not only do they have to get the degree, but a lot of states make them get riders on their license. So that now they got to go retest for a special license, which that also costs money.
I get that quickly as you told me, which I never knew. As soon as you told me, it's like, well, wait a minute, the Department of Education. So they haven't figured it out. They go into school and they see that and figure it out as you take out more loans and more loans and more loans and more debt.
And these people, they top out at $60,000 or $70,000 a year, but they're retiring with $170,000, $180,000 in debt just so a district can have, and the district has the needs of these, especially when you got the average black man, there's only a kid coming through under reading at a third or fourth grade level. There's a need for this, and these districts are putting these financial burdens on these educators, even though the district needs these specialties.
As much money as they receiving for all these remedial ass, dumbass, stupid kids. That's funny. It's not, but it is. And these are intelligent people that should be able to pick this up.
Yeah, but what makes it more diabolical about the damn school districts is that they always go outside and get consultants to do studies within their system, PISA studies to see where they're deficient or stuff like that. I don't understand how districts got to go outside when you got your working staff. That you got mathematicians, you got researchers already on staff as actual teachers, but you're going to go hire a firm to go tell you what you got in-house already that can do that same damn job at cost. Because
they're getting paid, and then somebody gets skimmed off the top. That's federal dollars as well. But I just saw, and maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow, that Trump took some degrees off of the program to be able to get student loans, and I know somebody is pissed about that. I haven't looked into it yet.
But they coming up here talking about this money thing and not understand. And then it goes back to my original point. I said, ain't nobody making no real money, Michonne.
I know.
We're just not.
I know.
We're just not making no real money.
I know.
My ability to work extra hours, get incentive pay, take away my overtime, Michonne, I'm out here like everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. And I agree with you because, there's some things that we got going on that if we didn't have it, we would have some issues too, which is why when these people talking about what you think, no, you think. I know what my situation is. You think my situation is something different. We all got issues. It's a matter of what are you going to do to resolve it and get through it? Or are you just going to come out here and whine and complain? And then we have to talk about you. That's all. Everybody is going through something. That's how recessions work. Even if it's your first one, that's how it works. It's all it goes up, it's down, it goes up, it's down. That's how the economy works. So that means you spend less. But see, that doesn't seem to translate. But I digress. Let's finish this mess.
Wow.
Okay.
The diddler. Anyhow, but honey, listen. I just want to tell you this. You are so in the best season of your life. I just want you to pay attention to the hand of God that just happened with you. When you spoke, we spoke of a man that you deserve, because that is the spirit that you have. Like, we didn't talk about, we couldn't even, like, for you, we can't even imagine a man who would want to see you grow. So why do you imagine it?
Oh, I didn't. I walked away.
There we go.
And I'm ready.
So now you heal it.
Oh, well, good for her. She walked away.
Good for you. You walked away. And you came up here so they can validate you walking away. But yet they talking about the propaganda. We want to see black people do good. But every damn show that you got, you telling people to walk away.
But she did walk away. But here's the real question, RBN. Then if you walked away and you knew you did the right thing, why the hell did you come up here and ask this daggone question?
She knows she didn't do the right thing.
Right. Because you're full of shit. And these are the people, like you just said, that's going to validate what you did. And so you can get up here and talk about another man that wasn't shit. He ain't got no money, and you don't want to go ahead and deal with nobody like that. That's what I hear. Yes, and for some damn attention, for sure. All right, I'm done with it. Let's go to Sarah, because child, I got another tonight's conversation later though. Is this the one I wanted?
Oh, she cute.
Yeah, let's do this one. She about to be on Ask a Brother next week, if I'm not mistaken. She just got this hair did. So this is just called It's Giving. So this is the girl that they just be answering questions. She be answering questions. She'd be a little rough though. But shout out to y'all that are here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
It's Giving.
They took it down. Oh my God.
Call It's Giving.
Wow. Yeah. Let's go over to this one. Wow. They ain't playing no games. They've been making dives all day long and they took it down. But this one is up. So this is from a week ago. This says, this is why you're a placeholder.
I think it is a volunteer position. The girls that were eating me alive, they said, Sarah Fontenot. Actually, it's Sarah Shorter because I'm married.
Yeah, and then they didn't even say your maiden name right. It's Fontenot.
I didn't hear anything you said because I was in my ego. Sorry, let me come back to real life.
Oh Lord, I said your name isn't Fontenot anyway.
I know it's Fontenot.
I hate when people mispronounce that.
It's okay.
Mispronounce
It don't matter now. Shorter. All right, hit me with the question.
All right. Do women want to be placeholders, or do they actually want to be an actual partner?
I think women volunteer to be placeholders.
I would.
I think it is a volunteer position that is frequently filled because women want something. That's what I think. I think that most women are, what's the word? Maybe scarred from bad decisions in their past and understand that they won't necessarily get the man that they say that they want. And so I would rather fill a place until this man leaves me for someone else.
Damn.
That's what I think.
I'm gonna sit here until somebody comes through. What do you think?
See, this is my first time really hearing her.
Oh, okay. You've not heard her before?
No, I don't know who this woman is, but my antenna goes up when I hear a woman that look like this talk this way. I get a little leery.
What way?
Well, roll it back. She said something. Start it over. She said there's a little phrase that she used that kind of caught my attention, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
In the last video with the girls that were eating me alive, they said, Sarah Fontenot. Actually, it's Sarah Shorter because I'm married.
Yeah, and then they didn't even say your maiden name right. It's Fontenot.
I didn't hear anything you said because I was in my ego. Sorry, let me come back to real life.
Oh Lord, I said your name isn't Fontenot anyway.
I know it's Fontenot.
I hate when people mispronounce that.
It's okay.
Mispronounce it.
It don't matter now. Shorter. All right, hit me with the question.
All right. Do women want to be placeholders, or do they actually want to be an actual partner?
I think women volunteer to be placeholders.
I would.
I think it is a volunteer position that is frequently filled because women want something. That's what I think. I think that most women are, what's the word? Maybe scarred from bad decisions in their past and understand that they won't necessarily get the man that they say that they want. And so I would rather fill a place until this man leaves me for someone else.
Okay, right there.
Mm-hmm.
She used the word. She said, women are scarred from the bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
That's an accountability statement. So when I hear a lady not that look like her that use accountability statements in reference to other women, typically speaking, over time, we tend to learn that that person is a grifter. That she's pandering to the guy. Because normally when they say, you know, when they talk about a woman being scarred by men, they never use the word self-decision, their decision, the choice that they made. They don't use those terms to talk about it. They just sit there and just say, you know, a woman is scarred because of all of the men that has come into her life and not whatever that man has not done or did to them. There's nothing that usually reference back to the fact that that was a decision that that woman made. And when I hear women who look like this talk like that, even though it sounds good to me, even though it sounds correct to me, my antenna goes up because it doesn't fit.
Okay, so Uncle Rick said she got married to the dude who kept her in a situationship for years. When he was ready, he married her. Now, that's not the story that I heard, if you're talking about Sarah here. And she is about to be on Ask a Brother, think Friday. But, so she did just get married, which is what she was just talking about a second ago. And she said she got married in 6 days. So I guess he asked her to marry him, and then she put this extravagant wedding together in 6 days. That's what I understand. And she's very thoughtful on how to date, who to date, what to do, and all these other things. But somebody else had said that they thought that she was a grifter as well. I forget who was saying that, because she says everything that men want to hear.
Yes, and I'm not saying that she is one. I'm saying that because I you know, the fact that I've been around in this space now for a while, when I hear ladies talking like this, you know what I mean, with very specific terminology and phraseology, yeah, my antennas now go up. It sounds inauthentic to me. So not that it is, I don't know. I am today years old seeing this woman. I'm just telling you how I'm alerting. This is alert. I'm like, okay.
I like it. I appreciate that. Shout out to the plug up in here. So let's keep listening, because she's basically going viral for everyone with most things that she says, because she is on the, you know, men train. And you're the second person now who has kind of said that. So you never know.
That's what I think.
Or do the men make the women placeholders?
These men literally tell you, I don't want anything. I'm not looking for anything serious. And somehow the girl is like, yeah, okay. And then you start showing up every day. You start cooking for the man, cleaning for the man, helping the man, doing all these things
because
for the man.
Maybe he told
you with his words. It doesn't matter what his actions say. It doesn't matter. This man told you he
actions
does not
speak
want
louder than words.
Actions do in fact speak louder than words, but I promise you, a man that told you with his words that he's not looking for anything, unless he asks you, majority of the time, you're a placeholder. You're good enough for right now. You're good enough until I find what I actually want.
Is she right?
Yes.
Okay. So you got to hear the actual words come out of the mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
If a guy has a specific, Michonne, I don't know how many guys have told you this, but when a guy wants something, he tells you it explicitly. Anything. I want a 14-ounce prime rib steak. I don't go, you know, I could really use some kind of grilled meat, maybe. I don't know. We tell you exactly what we want. When it comes to a woman, we tell you exactly what we want. If we want you, we tell you. Not only do we tell you, but then we do the things that we want to do that we think is going to secure you. There's no ambiguity. When your husband asked you to marry you, he didn't like, what do you think about? I know he did. What do you think about? You know, can you see us maybe in a few? You know what? He wasn't no him and then harm and then him and then harm. It was, this is what I want. Will you ride this life with me?
Correct.
Point blank, end of discussion. And then he followed up by, okay, when you want to do it, how does it want to look? How do you want a large ceremony? Do you want some key? It proceeds with, you know, the actions behind the actual question. Absolutely. You got a lot of ladies in relationships with guys who the only person in the relationship is the woman, because the guy never said we're in a relationship.
Right. I agree with you.
He just let you keep coming around and y'all just keep hanging out.
Right. I agree. While doing his own thing. I agree.
Let me tell you something, Michonne. I have given a couple ladies access to my house, and I wasn't in a relationship with them, but they thought it was. They got access because it was just easier, you know what I mean, when I'm not home, or there's going to be an hour, 2 hour transition in between. When I can get there, they can just come in, they can chill. They thought that meant something, but they don't understand. I got a digital code. I can delete, not delete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Access to access. That doesn't mean nothing. But if I tell you I want you to be my, I'm going to tell you I want you to be my woman.
Yeah, I got it. I agree. I agree with you.
Period, full stop. No, she's correct. She's absolutely correct.
Rick said that she was with another guy. Her husband told her that's over with. I'm gonna marry you. They have been messing around since they were younger. She did say that there was another guy. So yep, that's exactly what it was. Because she was dating. She calls it dating, right? And she says date them all, because that doesn't mean that you're having sex with them all, but you're getting to know everyone until somebody decides to make a commitment, which is basically what you just said.
Yeah. Yes, yes. You're fucking them all. That's gross. We are obsessed.
You get used and abused.
We're obsessed with dating. Everything is about the dating. I've been dating this guy for 5 years. I think
it's bullshit. It's time to get on the pot or piss off or whatever the hell that's like. Who wants to freaking mess around for years? That's crazy to me.
If you as a guy is dealing with a woman for 3-4 years and he ain't, that's just where you are. You ain't getting nothing else with him.
Correct. I agree with you.
You either done something that has signaled to him you are not trustworthy enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or still searching for his option. Either way, it ain't happening.
Correct. I agree with you. I'm a firm believer in getting to know somebody so that you know if they're crazy or not. That could take a year. It could take 2. Okay. If you're trying to know everything about everything, because me and my husband was already friends. So I knew stuff, because that's usually that's how you people use. Let me say that's how people used to meet. They was already friends. They worked together or they went to school together. We know that's not what it is now, but people want to hurry up with shit. And it's like, you don't know these strangers that you're meeting on these apps all the way over there and all the way over here and all the way over there and all the way over here. Just like Abba, Dabba, Do, and that girl. You don't know each other in a month and you're already having issues. So today, I guess it makes sense for it to be a longer point of time.
And that's how you fall for the low sperm count.
In that too. You don't even know that man. You ain't even seen a doctor report from him. You over here anyway. But so to be a little bit longer now, I understand. But child, going into 3 and 4 years, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What are we doing? Wasting time. So move on to whoever it is that you really want. I agree with you. All right. Yeah, I read that. Come on, child.
And then you get upset about it because he went on to somebody else. Well, you shouldn't have allowed yourself to be a placeholder in the first place.
I guess.
So ladies, what can you do? Ladies, if a man tells you he's not looking for anything serious, don't deal with him. End of story. Great, you can be my friend. You want to kick it, cool. But why would you allow a man to come sleep with you? Why would you allow a man to take you to dinner? Why would you allow a man to waste your time? If he does not want what you want, stop giving him what you want type of perks.
I mean, I don't got to sleep with him, but I'll let him take me out though.
For what? What's the point?
Because who doesn't like to be taken out?
I think of men as placeholders.
Right. Men are placeholders too.
Walk away.
Girl,
Walk
that's
away,
so
my
much
friends.
easier said
Be
than done.
intentional.
It's too many tricks out here to just walk away.
I
really feel like that. I feel like these women is struggling in these bills and somebody paying for them.
Nah, man, these niggas are tricking out here too.
I know. I can only trick if
there was a whole video. I was watching a video where a man just walked up to Megan Thee Stallion and just handed her $1,000. It's men like that get these women to have this level of entitlement that they feel like they can just get their hand out and just get
I think the saddest part about all of that is that women start to equate money to happiness, because there are a lot of people that have money, but they're so broke, all they have is money. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that need to understand, like, money is important. Don't get me wrong. It is important. I love it. It gives you the choice to operate from want versus need. I get to live where I want to live. I get to drive what I want to drive. I get to wear what I want to wear. And also, the most important, I get to choose who I want to choose. But that's about it. If somebody is leading with money, it's bait. This is what women need to understand, okay? Certain types of bait catch certain types of fish. If I want to get a BBL baddie that I know is going to go for the night, and I'm a man, I'm putting on every chain, I'm putting on a watch. Don't even have to be real. You go to a swap meet and get a blingy enough looking watch. You get a fake necklace. You can look like you're well done. Go spend $60, get your nails done. Rent a car. Most of the time, these men don't even own the cars that these women are sleeping with. And women will be like, oh my God, what's up? This man has on a fake Cartier. He's got on a fake Cuban. He rented a Lamborghini that he's struggling to afford, lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, has terrible credit. And yet you just gave your body to this man and he don't even value marriage. You gave yourself to someone based on a perception.
Men lead with that though.
Those types of men. So there's a difference, right? There's a difference between somebody that does marketing, like influencer marketing. Sometimes that's necessary in order to get clients. But if this is just a regular, everyday man and everything that he posts on social media is labeled to the gods, look at this car I drive, look at me holding money. That's the corniest thing in the world.
I was gonna say, who the hell be falling for that anyway?
They do.
Oh my God. So that's some shit Soldier Boy would do. Who takes him seriously? No shade.
Look, I don't care from 20 to 50. I'm talking about black women. They all fall for it.
Well,
and I don't want to call it fall for it because they know better. They convince themselves.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they did. They convince. I said, Michonne, we will help you scam us. We will help you finesse the hell out. We will help you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much we love scammers and finessers. We love them so much that we'll help you finesse us. We'll help you do it. We'll draw up the play. We'll execute the play for you.
I hear you.
And then there's a lot of women. I still don't understand how, after all of these years, that a lot of ladies don't understand that there is a huge difference between what a guy will sleep with and the guy who would keep. Well, the guy will keep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how we still are trying to explain this to them. That they get so worked up over the guys that are, the men are clicking the likes and DM and all of these Instagram. So who is he trying to keep? That's the reality of it. Why are you trying to make yourself like the chick that the dude just want to have fun with?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
I tell women all the time. Look at the women men play with, and look at the women men marry.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even look the same. Nowhere near it. He'll play with the BBL Betty, as she say, and then he'll go home and marry Ironboard Jane.
That sounds like something CGA would say.
Yes.
Shout out to Uncle Rick. Thank you, Boo. He said that fake stuff looks even more real if that's what she's looking for. Gucci, Fucci, Poochie, and Lucci. The mind is an amazing thing. Well, I guess if that's what they think is important, because that already tells me that they ain't got sense the guy gave them, because that shit don't matter anyway. And usually you be broke behind it unless you're really like one of those Kardashians and stuff.
Pose again.
What'd you say?
Good money pose again.
There you go.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, and that's the thing too, right? Even if you think about a rapper, at least a rapper that's flashing all this stuff, it makes sense. You are baiting a certain type of audience.
To be clear, these rappers are getting cheated on too.
Oh, for sure. Because
they are.
Look at their audience. Think about it. Of course they're getting cheated on. Their food is trash.
At the top of their lungs, they want the money changed in the Birkins. They getting it, and they just still getting played.
This goes back to the bait. The bait that you choose.
No, it ain't even about the bait that you choose.
It is.
The
You
fishing.
can't expect to catch a sea bass when you're fishing in a trout pool. They don't use it. It's not the same type of bait.
Man, the men are throwing out the line. There's tricks out here. There's men that be tricking. And back in the day, back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, it ain't tricking if you got it.
You know who you could.
It ain't tricking if you got it. That's a whole saying. There's a reason why that saying even exists.
Look, even if you are a trick, if you're a good woman or a good man, you recognize the other over time.
Thanks.
It's not like I'm going to commit to a relationship with this person for the rest of my life. You only got but so long before your real character comes out. If you have no substance, how many conversations do you think it's going to take me to find out you ain't got it for real? I'm not even talking about the
Tricks
money.
got it for real.
Spirit. No. The money is not enough to keep you happy.
My bad.
It's not enough. I swear to you, it's not enough. It is not enough. I'm complete.
Well, that's what I said the same thing. That's why I'm like, you gotta have some sort of strife to know if somebody you want to hang out with or be with, because then you see how they act under pressure, especially if you lose a job. Because how many people have said, these heifers are saying like, oh, if he loses his job, then I'm out. Like what? What? Well, what are you good for? What does anyone need you for? Because tough times gonna come. That's what Generation Z don't seem to understand. You cannot be happy and everything can go right all the damn time. And enough of these biatches think the same thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, Generation Z. Don't get me started on them, because I'm working in a facility full of them dumbass motherfuckers who can't tell nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They know everything.
Correct.
They've been here 5 seconds and they know everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had a Gen Z told me I didn't know what I was talking about a particular patient, and now that patient is fighting for their life because I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's what you get with the Gen Zs. You can't tell them nothing because they know everything.
No, seriously.
They know nothing, but they know everything.
Yeah, and won't listen, and then say no one told us. Somebody tries to tell us, you can't tell me. Like it's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, this lady here. I mean, what's her name? Sarah
Stoner or something. Fontenot.
Okay, Sarah G. I don't know, but she. I mean, the talk is. I mean, she's not talking incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just don't know the motivation behind it.
She got her man.
She got her man.
She got her man. I watched her wedding video earlier, and she's quite happy. She's in looking at that video and thinking back, like she's just all into him, which somebody said in the chat earlier. You're gonna follow, so it looks like that's how she's gonna be. It just I don't know. It just looks different when someone is all into you. You can just tell. And I can tell that she's all into him. Now, I couldn't tell if he was all into her because it was looking a little different from the other direction, but she's definitely all into him. Now, Uncle Rick has more story to make.
Which means she might not leave him.
Oh, no, she's not going to leave him. No, she's not going to leave him.
Yeah. And this might be authentically her. I have no idea. I'm just saying, when I hear a lot of stuff that sounds good to me, I proceed with caution.
Okay, well,
I need to figure out why this is sounding so good to me.
We're going to be listening to her a little bit more in the coming months, okay? Because she's on the come up.
Well, if you feel complete, then let's move on. So speaking about Meg Thee Stallion and her getting just $1,000 for just existing. Well, she wasn't just existing, but you get my point. She has a new song out. All That Wifey Ish Is Dead. I haven't heard it, but I've heard of it.
I heard that line in a song. She's hurting. To be honest, though, so my brain thinks about this two ways, right? The first part is she should have just did that and came up with a song, which probably would have hit like crazy hard had she never talked about Clay. Like she probably should have just poured it into a whole new album, which would have went crazy because all like the wounded women would have been like, "This is my soundtrack. This that one right here," right?
It's true.
So that's number one. Number two, I really hate this for her because I just found out she's only 31, and that's like still very young and yet too old to be making certain types of mistakes based off of what you want out of your life. And sometimes I don't think that we as women are measuring the consequence. What man is going to want you when you say all that wifey ish is dead? Oh, you about to be so you just never want to be a wife?
Oh, so that's what's in the new song that she put out. This dummy, knowing damn well she want to get married. Now you got this is like wash, rinse, repeat. The scammer song girl, Miami. She talking about she want to get married. These people are doing the same shit over and over and over again, and everybody's supposed to you all are supposed to forget about everything from the past, all the songs, just to let you niggas know we don't want y'all. Everybody's supposed to forget about all that. Now you're supposed to marry these people. Because they're just because the rest of them don't do it on the level that Meg and the other one doesn't mean that they're not following the same script. Would you not agree?
Yes.
And they come into the 30s. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to get married.
Yeah, of course.
What's her name has 2 kids. Miami has 2 kids. I guess at least Meg don't. But if she's now 30 some odd years old, came out here running off at the mouth, and now she making music talking about F that marriage wife shit, she gonna have a tough time. Go ahead.
Gonna have a real hard. Does Meg have any kids? I don't know anything about this one, Meg Thee Stallion. Does she have any kids?
No.
She doesn't have any kids.
No.
And she acts, likes, and talks like she does, and she thinks somebody. That girl is built for what we call the Pookies and the Ray Ray. That's what she's built for. That was proof. Clay proved that.
Mm-hmm.
Clay comes from, a more, I don't want to use the word refined, but he has a more established family in history and background about with a certain decorum and how we behave. And when they were out together, you can see him physically cringing with her behavior.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That imagery, that video will live forever with guys of Clay and Up's ilk. They will never pick her because she's too much of an embarrassment.
Correct.
Now, who used the word nug? Tabavius Nim, like CJ said, they'll take her all day long.
Mm-hmm.
The futures of the world, they'll take her all day long. because she fits their branding.
Right.
You know, and she, she's a known whore, so she'll fit the branding. And 31, I understand she's saying 31. It's not really, 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 really young.
It's not young.
It's not.
No.
Nowhere near it.
I mean, I'm not saying it's old, but it's not young.
It ain't young. It
Right.
ain't young.
But your past is still your past, and it's still there, and it's still known, and it's still available, and all of the just to let you niggas know, and I don't want a man, I don't need a man, and all that type of stuff. So now all of a sudden you do, right? So now everybody's supposed to forget everything and take you seriously, and then you had the opportunity because somebody else pointed that out to make yourself to prove that you are not who you are on stage, and she effed it up. The biggest mistake I think that she made, besides the everything that she did beforehand, is that she told the business. She told the inside business of her and Clay. So then that means that if it's true, and if it's not true, it's still bad because then you're a liar, right? But you don't need to bring your shit to the internet. I would never bring personal shit to the internet like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the hell are we supposed to do with this except for talk about it and talk about you? And that's not going to help your relationship. So that shows everyone else that you cannot be trusted when the going gets tough. That's the best way to say it.
Cannot be trusted. That's the thing a lot of women don't understand is when you behave with you with a guy and your behavior, if it rings not trustworthy. I told the last lady I was with, I said I could never bring you in my home and hand you the keys to the castle. I said, you're too comfortable. We'll let the devil ride. So, which means, you know what I mean? You are too easily influenced. I can't trust you.
There's that too. Yeah, that's a big thing now too. Go ahead.
What's the big thing now?
Being led. These women being led by other women when we already know that single women keep women single.
Yeah, anybody. I told her, said you let too many people influence you. I cannot have that around. I got to be the, especially when I'm working as hard as I'm working and I want to be at a certain place and I'm bringing you along in this and you're not where I am, which as a guy, I don't care about that as much. You know what I mean? But the fact that you are not trustworthy, that's a huge
big deal. Yes.
That's a big deal.
No, that is absolutely a big deal. Go ahead.
That I can't entrust a secret with you.
Right.
That I can't trust my home with you. And I can't trust, and I'm thinking to myself, if I can't do that, I damn sure can't bring my daughter around you.
That's what I was about to say.
I got enough problems with her fucking mother.
I was about to say that. Then let's not forget your daughter too, because that's the even biggest deal right there.
I'm gonna have to go to war if I'm able to get married or wherever to get again. Let's just say in the next 2 years, my daughter's still a minor. I am going to have to go to war with that woman to make sure that my daughter can come around and be around, because that woman has already, have made multiple attempts of keeping her away based on if I'm with somebody or not. So if I'm gonna go to take this fight up, which I shouldn't have to do that, but that's just the reality that I'm in. You have to be somebody that I can trust. And I'm going to go to war, and I don't like going to war.
Right. And you're giving another reason why people don't want to deal with people that have children. And honestly, I've been the same way. So I understand. I get it. You always got to deal with somebody else. That's why I was like, nobody else gets to, you get to call mom because none of them had you. I don't do that. We're not bringing other people in. That's just too much confusion. We can't do all that.
It's too much.
Yes. Shout out to the Tip Network in the building. Thank you so much. He said, Messy and Real Bravado, my mastermind siblings, mastermind gang. My notifications are tripping. I just seen y'all now. All good in the hood. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Everybody, I know you already know. Let's make sure we follow Tip Network. Somebody drop RBN's channel as well, even though I know we all are already subscribed. If you're not subscribed here, make sure you subscribe and like the video, dislike the video, but do something to the damn live stream. Let's see what else she got to say.
Because this is the thing. She already showed herself to be her music, and now her music is talking about how she don't want to be a wife. Ever?
So, break down in detail how Megan Thee Stallion is wrong in the whole Klay Thompson breakup again, and I have a good follow-up for it. Break that down. Like, how is she wrong? What did she do that?
No,
was
she's
so
not wrong. There's nothing she did that
Well,
was
what did she
wrong.
do that made
I
her
think that
not
she
look favorable?
allowed herself. People view Klay Thompson as being a classy type of guy
Mm-hmm.
based on his stock. I'm not talking about the decisions that he makes. I'm not talking about the experiences he's had. I'm talking about the stock that he comes from is good stock, right? People will invest in good stock. Meg is a beautiful woman, and yet her music, one of her songs is called WAP. Not really a high value feminine vibe at all. It's actually the complete opposite of that, right? So if that's just your music, when she dated Klay, it was an opportunity for her for people to see, okay, maybe she's not quite her music. Maybe that's really just when she puts on an act, she puts on a facade, and she goes out and she makes her money that way. But the way that she responded to drag that man showed that you probably are your music. Why are you putting your business on Front Street?
How did she try to drag him?
By talking about, oh, he thinks that he could cheat on me, this, that, and the other. And I don't even know the entire story because I still don't think that Klay cheated.
How the hell does the girl sitting there not know this? You know what I mean? I think she's just being a jackass, honestly. What did she do that was wrong? Child, she can't shut the fuck up. This is the same difference as giving up the bringing shame to the family name. You don't do that. Everybody has issues. You don't bring it to the public. These people just don't get it. They just think that they're supposed to word vomit all over the place. It's crazy.
I think he told her he does not want to be monogamous to her, and she got mad. That's what I really think happened.
Probably what it is.
But I don't know what happened. I've heard that he was cheating. I don't know. I wasn't in the space. Look, I heard somebody on Instagram pick a whole whirlwind and create a story around me that I know was a bull-faced lie. So the internet lies. I don't know what happened between the two of them. All I'm saying is you had a chance to be seen as classy by other men, and you chose to do the opposite. Because it's not classy. Even me as a podcaster,
And I feel
right?
like that's what the joke is overall. I feel like the girls thought she was going to get wifed up, and at no point did any man think this NBA player with a good family and all that stuff was about to bag her. That was not ever going to
Solely
be.
based on the music she makes?
I think it's based off of her.
Her perception, what she wears, how she talks, how she raps. I mean, the song is called Walk.
I think you can vibe with a joint that sleeps with your favorite artist, but I don't think you can marry a joint that sleeps with like 4 of your favorite artists. It's just disqualifies them.
That's what I'm saying from the beginning. That's way too small, Kenny, if I'm supposed to.
Hey, you know you're supposed to overlook that, right? Just because Meg slept with 4 people that you know, that's not a big deal. Is that a big deal?
It's a big deal.
Right?
It's a big deal.
They really act like sleeping with all these different people is not a big deal. I mean, we know it's Klay Thompson, but even down here, like an Instagram full of half nakeds and all that type of stuff all damn time. I'm just saying. I don't think it's weird. Let me fast forward through Meg, because child, I'm over her.
Podcaster, right? I could air out all the worst things that my exes ever did in the relationship. No, if I'm not speaking, the only thing that I will speak on my experience for sure, but it is with the intention to help other people realize or learn if they've had that same experience. I'm not going to itemize, oh, this person had terrible mood swings. Why? Why do you even need to say that? Why are you trying to paint this person out to be a bad person? Now, if horrible mood swings turned into domestic violence, that's a different conversation. You could talk about how you got out of a domestically violent situation. So for me, it's like, what is the intention? And why would you put yourself out there like that? Which brings me to this question. Tribal Brand Inc. said, how important is self-dating, even in a marriage relationship, not just self-care? Self-dating, I think, is very important.
Lord, I don't want to hear about no self-dating.
Not yet.
God bless Lauren that way,
Not
right?
yet.
So
You don't
I
have
say
kids
it to
yet.
say, it's not about how big or small you are. It's about, do you take care of yourself? Are you doing the best with your genetic potential? And inside of, I do want to say this too, because it kind of correlates to the Meg Thee Stallion thing. How you show up in the world matters. How you put yourself out there matters. And we could be like those people that say, I don't care what anyone thinks. Okay, well, as Will Smith says, why would you kick yourself in the balls? The proverbial balls. If you know that life is easier when you are mindful of how you take care of yourself, if you drink more water, if you have a nice tone, if you have a nice disposition, if you actually are about something, if you have substance, why wouldn't you do that? Like, where is the harm inside of being the best version of you? Why does it have to be, I'm now attacking you because, oh, I'm saying you should be the best version of you? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, somebody said, Taj, hey, Renee, so I'm hoping I'm saying that right. She said, I've seen a lot of plus size women on Instagram with high value, high earning men.
Oh, this is the size conversation. I've seen a lot of fat women with high value men on the internet. Who believes the internet? We need some Michonne pillows like Sarah's. Y'all don't want me on no damn pillow. That don't even look like her with this blonde hair. I mean, them boobs look like her though. We know it's her.
They always the high term high value has been so bastardized because they only equate it to money. When obviously it, when you want to look at it from Kevin Samuels, like his analysis of it, there's 7 different qualifying criteria, and he even said you can have the money in the world, but if all of these other things are not in play, and one of them is your reputation.
Yep.
You know, if those are not in place, then you're not high value. You're just a guy with a lot of money. But they all just focus on the money. He said the money is the entry point to high value. But then you also hear like Kendra Williams will say, you know, I don't know who created this high value man thing. Women created the high value man. Women created the standard for high value, huh?
They did?
Yes.
Oh.
Cosmo came out in the 80s with a woman's preference for their ideal mate. Cosmo came. It was Cosmo. Cosmopolitan magazine came out with it, and it listed and this was in the 80s, and they said high value men. The number one thing was income, and it back in the 80s they had to make at least $100,000 a year. Translate to that today's money. The $100,000 man, if you translate that from the 80s today, that's not a high value man in their eyes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, see, when Kevin talked about it, he broke down the historical nature of it too and where it came from. And he just added 2 or 3 caveats to it. But women came up with the whole notion and term of the high value man based on what their preference were for a man. Not that they would get that, but what they considered to be their ideal man. Women created the high value man archetype. Men did not, because men don't look at each other in that framework.
Oh, okay.
But then they're rejecting it because now that we got this archetype out here, some definition of it that they created, and a lot of them can't get that kind of guy, it's a problem. But also, this was created by Cosmopolitan magazine. This was a white woman's magazine.
I was going to say Cosmopolitan had us in a chokehold, I would call it, in the 80s. They really did.
That's how you got Jet and Ebony magazine, because of them.
Really?
They were the answer to the Cosmopolitan magazine because they wasn't letting, Chocolate Michonne on the damn covers or articles about Chocolate Michonne's lifestyle or what she needed. That was never their branding. Their branding was the New York socialite white woman. That was their branding.
Yeah, that definitely was. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's how, and then out of that response to that, much like it always is with us, that's where the Ebony magazines and stuff like that came about.
Well, I thought black people created everything. All right, my bad. Was in charge for everything. All right, my bad.
They masculine?
I don't know.
I don't think men are not sleeping on plus size women. I think men care more high value, rich, not. They just want someone they vibing with for real.
Like
everybody likes different things.
And somebody also said overweight doesn't mean unhealthy. Most overweight people.
That's my point. That was my point. I agree with you.
But they said most overweight people are more healthy than fit people. I don't agree with that, but I hear you.
No. There's a point where if you don't have a health issue, but you're just overweight because of lack of discipline in how you eat and drink, because 80% of how we look and feel is our nutrition. It's only 20% the gym. Like if you never worked out, but you ate healthy, you're doing better than the person that eats fried foods every day, 3 times a day. Their life expectancy, statistically speaking, is probably shorter. We could look that up. You know what I mean? Like there's quantifiable evidence that has shown that, right? So I think that
an old age or something like that, or that you're just saying that.
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I feel like marriage, like to start from scratch with a whole person is so much work.
You're telling me
it definitely is. Beats for days. Thank you for the gold coins. Let me go back, see what they're talking about.
Dating a man that's 65 and he don't want no kids either, and he's tired, right? Or I'm just gonna be single and be the best freaking mom in the history of moms ever. I don't think I would remarry.
You don't think so?
Why? Like you say that, but unless it's like you're saying an old age or something like that, or that you're just saying that.
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I feel like marriage, like to start from scratch with a whole person is so much work.
You're telling me you're just.
I don't see it going left. How could it possibly even go left unless Brock just turns into a crazy abusive lunatic?
You guys also just got married real quick. Yeah.
Say it again.
You got married real quick.
Yeah.
You're learning each other.
I know.
Still. So you don't know what you don't know.
I know. I don't think it doesn't matter though. I really don't. Like I powerfully choose. I've chosen. I'm done.
I hear that.
I'm out the game.
So you can't powerfully choose twice?
That's how I feel.
Even if he died, I don't know.
No, but him dying and y'all getting a divorce are two different. Like you just assume everything is out of your control, or like it'll end in like a neutral whatever. But things end bad all the time.
Yeah, I just don't see that for my life.
I love that for you.
Maybe I'm deluded. That's my delusion. I think
I don't know how old she is, but child, after being married and with somebody for 30 some odd years, who the hell feels like doing that again? That's basically my whole adult life, you know? So I get it, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Why do y'all have a problem with the song Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent? What is the problem with that song?
I didn't know there was a problem with it.
Yeah, because they always referencing that she's like, you got to have a job if you want to be with me. Is that weird? Because you're not going to not be working and dating me. That's just not going to work. Is that weird?
No.
Right.
But I understand why they complain about, because the majority of these ladies out here, they got kids with men who don't work.
That's not what that song is for. That's not what that song is about.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying how they're referencing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And with the even with the no scrub song, I don't want to scrub either. I'm confused why y'all are upset about that. I would not want a man who was especially at this point, who don't have a car. Is that weird? Is that you don't have a job and you don't have a car, but I should want to be with you? Child, y'all just be talking. Stop just following what everybody says. You got to think about it a little bit, huh?
But you're not out in the real world though, Sean. These ladies line up for those dudes.
I know, I agree, but what I used to hear when I first came on here is all the men that had issues with those songs.
They didn't have issues with the songs. And I understand why you said that. The issue wasn't with the songs. It was they used those songs as evidence of how a lot of sisters talked about black men. You know what I mean? The issue wasn't with the fact that those songs are out or that they were popular. It was they just used them saying, "Hey, you guys are out here constantly shooting down our image, and you done it in the media, you done it in song," and then they would list, the songs that they would point out that talked about us and not in the most positive light. And you talked about the least of us and applying, and that's and you making that song, those type of songs, and you're applying it to the majority of us when the majority of us aren't that.
Yes,
it was.
Okay, now Tech 170, I agree because they definitely did that, and so did Tony Braxton too. I told you most of the people up here be lying, y'all. People be lying. Let me go over to tonight's conversation, give her a break. And then Skinny, I saw you. I do have the Kendra G one as well, because it's already 2 hours and I don't want to be here all night. And Spaces, if you're still here, I usually stream at 6 on the weeknights, but I will do a morning one if I have time on Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays after I come from the gym, because I work from home. Child, you got to turn on notifications. You just never know. I'll be on here, okay? Shout out to all of y'all, though. All right, this one says, when your kindness was used against you, how do you heal? I hate when people say that. I want to heal. How do you heal? Are you a dog? When I hear the word heal, I think of the back of your foot, or I think of that's what you tell a dog. Heal, boy, heal. Which I don't even know what that really means, but when my father was raising a dog, he would always say that. So that's the only reason. But anyway, her boobs are boobing.
Thank y'all for being here in Louisville tonight. My name is Lanisha Porter, and my question is, say you've been in a relationship where your goodness and your innocence were preyed upon and mishandled. How do you honor your newfound wisdom without becoming hardened in a future relationship, especially when it offers you a new chance at love?
Dang, that was packed. Give me that card, baby. I gotta read that. Let me see that. Say you've been in a relationship.
Whoa, hold on.
I gotta read that. Let me see that.
This is what you're wearing to.
Hey,
This is what we wear into tonight's conversation.
Yeah. Hey, nah.
She trying to heal, y'all. She trying to heal. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, you marrying her?
Mm-hmm.
Say you've been in a relationship where your goodness and innocence were preyed on and abused.
She got goodness and innocence. Goodbye. She got goodness.
Yeah,
now look, I'm not saying she ain't filling it out now. Ain't no hating going on.
Yeah, you don't see them goodness and innocence? Yeah.
I'm just saying. What are we doing? Her innocence. Ain't nothing innocent here. Goodbye.
Let me see that. Say you've been in a relationship where your goodness and innocence were preyed on and abused. How do you honor your newfound wisdom without becoming hardened in a future relationship? What's the newfound wisdom?
So usually when you go through a hard situation, it's almost what Sheila and Troy were talking about in the Tyler Perry movie, right? And Sheila turns to Troy.
Another good reference.
A Tyler Perry movie.
You can't make it up.
And she says the hardest thing about having a bad man is learning how to handle a new one, right? So when you go through a bad situation, you get lessons, and moving forward, that turns into wisdom if you let it. How do you have the knowledge of what you went through in your bad situation? Take that moving forward to create a future without shutting out the new person. Does that make sense?
Heal.
Forgiveness.
What?
You got to forgive a person before you can really move on. I feel like I've dealt with this situation a little bit, and until I was fully healed and until I forgave that person, I wasn't able to move on. Now I was dating, but I wasn't shit, to be honest, and that's because I was holding on.
RBN, are you fully healed?
No.
Are you working on being fully healed?
Nope.
Gentlemen, sassies, are y'all fully healed? I'm gonna need y'all to heal, okay? What is he talking about? He's just up here saying shit. What the fuck?
So much baggage. Until you let that shit go and forget that person, you cannot be free.
And they don't even know how to answer this question. Look how quiet they are.
Because instead of saying we don't know, they're gonna stumble and mumble their way through something.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on.
You gotta give that lady what she wants, because she didn't pay $300 for a ticket there. So you gotta tell her something.
I guess so, child. Woo!
What you're describing is a trauma loop. We have to be very, very, very aware of our trauma loops, y'all. Because what happens?
A trauma loop.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Bryant.
That must be that's in the textbook somewhere of the college she went to, wherever that is.
That closed down.
What happens is we get into new relationships, new circumstances, and we start to loop. That means we start to experience the same things we experienced in the past, and we start to act and behave as though it's happening right now. That's called a loop. So you got to take inventory of, when am I looping? And when you're looping, it's your responsibility, right? To have the awareness to be like, hold on, let me perception check. Is this really happening, or is this my trauma loop? If it's your trauma loop, then you use self-talk that says this is not happening, this is already over, and you use it as a rubric to know what you have to work on. Now, if you and this man are already close enough for you to say, baby, listen, I think I'm having a trauma loop. This is really what's going on. We have to start communicating with the person we're with, y'all. We got to stop getting into relationships and saying you triggered me, knowing I came in here already fucking triggered, broken, and looping.
Right.
From the beginning, especially with the person who is new, who has your best interest at heart. The worst thing you want to do is be looping, bringing in your past.
The worst thing you're gonna do is come in looping. What the fuck is she talking about? They are probably in this audience eating this shit up. What is she talking about?
I don't know.
This is crazy. Don't you could be looping. Yo, who is listening to this lady? They still be listening to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trauma.
That's crazy.
Having trauma responses and reactions, and this person doesn't even have the benefit of the doubt to know what you're going through. A real relationship is a relationship that you can open up to be vulnerable with and say, listen, this is who I am. This is the good, the bad, the ugly. You rocking with me? You rolling with me? Can you help me process through this? If he can't help you get through that, then guess what? He's not the man for you. And don't feel embarrassed about your shit. Learn how to love every part of you. That's what self-love is. Because until you can love yourself unconditionally, there won't be a human being on earth that can give you what you ain't give yourself.
Trill, you got something for me?
Could you?
Trill said his wife is in the audience and leave him alone.
Could you repeat the initial question?
Yes.
Oh,
basically,
Lord.
you go through things, you get information from that. How do you take that new information into a new relationship? So you're not being dumb. You don't want to just throw caution to the wind. You want to be mindful of the things that you see, the things that you feel, but still give yourself the space to open up for love again.
I think that like the main thing is not holding that new relationship to the lessons you learned prior to. I think that's the main thing. A lot of times we'll learn some shit in terms of watching the game tapes of how this old relationship ended, and then we'll go in there and come in there with assumptions. So when we see shit that they doing, we jump right back to that past relationship, and it's just like, nah, I see that before, but I can't hold this new person to the lessons that I learned prior to. And I think as long as that's the case, then you'll be all right. But again, it's about learning those lessons. I think that that's the hardest thing. I think a lot of people don't necessarily learn the lessons they need to from prior relationships. They just, this shit ends and I jump into something else because I'm used to being in a relationship and I don't want to be alone.
Oh my God.
I think it's pivotal that you learn something actually from the prior relationship and then go into the new relationship. But again, the key is not to hold that new person to what the old person did, and you're gonna be straight.
Kitty?
Oh no, I'm not about to listen to her. So in other words, can you understand that what happened in this relationship you can't take to this relationship? I feel like that's all we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just making stuff up at this point.
Looping.
They don't looping. Yeah, they all looping right now. All of them, they're looping.
Oh my God, they were stumped with that question. Like, what are we doing? And what is she asking? This is crazy. All right, I'm done with them, and I do not want to listen to your girl, unless you want to listen to her.
No,
Okay.
I can look at her.
Not today. We're gonna go to this one. Kendra Gilliams. So it says Kendra G gets cooked by Truth Hurts at Essence Fest. Just listen to the crowd. I'm excited. I don't know who Truth Hurts is. I think he's just somebody on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he has a channel. Only reason why I know him is through DJ Hemp with This Might Be Risky. They do a lot of collaborations together. That's the only reason why I know who he is.
Oh, okay. It says down here, says they're asking for, but that could be a challenge too because we'll get women. I don't know.
But that could be a challenge too because we'll get women that literally do make $300,000. Literally does have her own home. So now that's her requirement for a man. And if you go as the man, sometimes that man that matches her wage doesn't always select her in a romantic way.
I know this about a lot of women that have their own money, right? There's a chapter in my book called It's True Accountability, right? And there's a chapter called She is Successful, She's Sexy, but She's Single. And the issue with a lot of these women is they expect for a man to come in and just get with their woman, and it doesn't work like that. For a woman that wants a high value man, a lot of those women are going to confuse leadership with control. He's going to come in and provide structure. And a lot of self-sufficient women refuse to acclimate when a man comes in the house and provides leadership.
Can I speak to that? I know you saw, well, let's define high value. Because I don't like to talk high value because usually high value is predicated on money, access, looks. I like the word high dominion because high dominion is asking for, but that could be a challenge too because we'll get women that literally do make $300,000. Literally.
Child, who are these women making $300,000? Where they at? Do you know?
No.
They might be over there working in your hospital or whatever.
There might be one or two.
Yeah, like you probably got to be what, a doctor?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, maybe. And not a new doctor either. You got to be.
Right. You got to pay them loans off.
For some years. Yeah.
Thank you for the tube dancer, Katiana. Katiana's mama.
Believe it or not, most hospital doctors, like if they are they're employed by the hospital, they're not earning the $300,000-$400,000 a year salaries. They don't earn. They might be in the 170 to 210 range.
No, well that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But how many are Black women? That's the question too.
There's very few.
Right.
Yeah, very, very few. Now you may have one or two Black women on the executive side of HR, but that's about it.
Right.
But mostly the 300, I would say the 300K plus positions in healthcare are still dominated by men.
Of course.
Including the CEOs, the VPs, and all that stuff of these conglomerates. They're all men. They're all white men.
But why is she still saying the same shit? You know she got to deal with Oprah, right?
Yeah, the TV, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Because
it feeds the brand for them to constantly sit up there and put out some kind of smokescreen that somehow Black women are running as she. Who was that said that running laps and circles around Black men?
Running in a loop at this point, but yeah.
running in a loop. The problem is, I'm going to speak to actually what Trill said. He said that these women who earn these money, they don't want to. He said they don't because they're hyper independent. They don't want to get on the man's program. That's any woman who's the head of her house. It ain't got nothing to do with money. Why do you think, Michonne, you hear so many times when these women when they are talking about a husband, they're talking about that man coming into their house? I ain't gonna have him coming up in here doing this. Or when I bring a man into my house, they're already out of order because they're talking and speaking like a dude. If you are a woman and you need to bring a man into your house, he needs to physically come stay with you. And he does it. You got a problem on your hand.
I wouldn't want that anyway.
You got a problem. You got a problem.
I wouldn't want that. Shouldn't you be making the way for us right from the gate, right?
Right.
You come moving with me. That just doesn't even sound right to begin with.
But these women don't understand that. They think because we got almost 3 generations now of these Section 8 women, you know what I mean, who've been the head of their household, no husband, no head, no direction, and they've had 30 to 40 different boyfriends or men or baby daddies that they all had to come stay with them.
No, you're not coming to stay with me. That don't even sound right. That's crazy.
That's what they do, Michonne.
That's a scrub. No shade.
But that's what they well, even though they say they don't want no scrubs, they're having babies by no scrubs.
That's true. That's crazy. No, that doesn't even sound right.
I know a lady who bought her a house so she could get her kid's father back.
Wait, say that again?
She bought a home, and the express reason, the major reason for her buying that home was is so he could come back because he left her and moved in with his mother.
Wow.
They have a kid together. I want to put my family back together. So I'm gonna buy a house and maybe we can put my family back together. You buying a house for a dude?
Wow, then he's a scrub.
I said he don't want you. Or this bum left you. If a man leaves a woman, it's extremely rare that he's coming back. Men just don't leave a woman. We stay through some not so good shit. But when most of the time when a man walks, especially that kind of man who was living free off of you to begin with, then he moved out and moved to his mama's house to live for free, he ain't coming back to you.
Wow.
You the problem, and you're gonna go out and buy yourself a home. I'm not saying you don't buy yourself a home, but your reasoning, one of your primary reasons, is to bring him back in there. By the way, he never showed up at that house.
Oh, I was about to ask you. Wow.
He's living with his mama 7 years later.
Oh my God. What the hell?
He got and I told her, I said, you need to think about this. Everything that he's doing at his mother's house, he could do at your house. So he ain't paying no bills over there. He ain't being responsible over there. He's sleeping on her couch. The only difference is, I said, I hope he ain't knocking his mama down at night. But I'm just saying, the only access that this man almost over 50 years old, and he would go home to live with his mama. I said he could have stayed with you. At least you would have jumped up and down on him from time to time.
Right. Wow.
This is about you. What did you do that a bum would rather go live with his mama than live with you?
Why are you dealing with a bum?
Huh?
Why are you dealing with a bum is the first question.
Michonne, these women do not view these men as bums. They don't. They don't see them that way. They see them as they just haven't had enough support. They see these men like I see an old Chevy, a project, something I can build and create in my image.
Yeah, no, I passed courteously.
I'm just telling you, they don't see them as bums.
No, these are the people talking about not settling, and then every decision seems like it's a freaking settlement.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So that way, Michonne, that woman she would see me as settling. Like if, let's say, me and her got together, she would feel like she settled for me
compared to him.
Yes.
What? What the fuck?
Most of these, you have no idea how fucking perverted these women minds are. I'm not just saying we are cooked based on what shit I see on the internet. I'm saying we're cooked based on what I see, experience, and witness in other guys in real life. I work alongside of these motherfuckers. I hear them talk. I see what they do. I see how they respond to guys who are. I see how they respond.
Yeah.
They don't view, and I know this might be a little bit controversial. We tell them these women don't see these guys. We're labeling them as bums and lowdowns and dusties and musties. These women don't view them that way. If they did, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. They wouldn't spend so much time coming up on tonight's conversations or at Kendra G trying to figure out how to get these guys to act right, how to get these guys to show up. When the majority of black men are already built the way that they need them built.
Right.
But those guys they'll tell you, I'm not going to settle. Why would I get with a man who's going to control me?
Control you?
Control.
Wow. That's crazy. Just because somebody wants you to do something for a person that you allegedly care about and you love, then that means it's control. I really think people need to start looking words up in the dictionary. I would never be like, oh, you're trying to control me because we want you to clean up the house or wash dishes or make something to eat. Listen to all those things. I've never had a discussion in life. We've never had a discussion about that shit. Never, ever, 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 ever. You just do the shit. You just do it. You just do it. It has to be done, especially when you have kids. I can't even imagine sitting up here having some sort of discussion like that.
Michonne, I understand, but that's behind all of this. They keep doing it because they don't feel that those guys, no matter how much we know that those guys are, bottom feeding dudes, these women don't listen. These women put their life on the line to give these men babies. You cannot think that and the only time, and when they come up here screaming about them dudes and saying that they are bum, these guys, they're just doing that because they're angry at him, not that they really mean it.
For the moment.
I've heard too many of these conversations. I came to this assessment based on just the hundreds and hundreds of conversations that I've heard. I worked for the state of Missouri with the Department of Mental Health. I worked in healthcare. I'm in a predominantly female-dominated sector, and the most educated black women are in these sectors. These are not, on paper, should not be dumbass women, but they are. Wow. It's offensive as a black man listening and watching this shit. And then it's more offensive when I hear guys out there saying that that somehow we're less of a man, like the what's his name?
Umar.
Like the aces of the world, we're less of a man if we don't take on that baggage and burden.
There's no common sense there. There's no real intelligence there. These are the people. Go ahead.
The bigger problem is that they'll say, well, just don't deal with a black woman with kids. That's virtually impossible by the numbers. That is virtually impossible for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it for years now. If you are a black man and you want a black woman, you're going to get a black woman with a bunch, not one kid, a few of them. And they're all by different men. This is they keep saying the black community is going down. It is cooked.
Right. I agree.
It's extinct.
I agree.
There's no such thing. And I know, black women don't want to hear this, but you bear the majority burden of this because you chose who you chose to reproduce with, and you chose who you did not want to reproduce with. You made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk about the men don't let us. The men let us do that.
Now it's
a white government on your side. We can't, for our own life and preservation, we know what we can do to get it to stop. But you got your white daddy in here with his military and his police force. Oh, we can straighten it out. That ain't no problem. But guess what you're gonna do? Shout out to Big Tigger. When you want to listen, when you want to comply.
That's crazy. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's why I was going to say
Maybe I'm
most of
bitter
those.
and wrong. Maybe I'm just bitter and wrong.
No, well, I don't disagree with you, because most of the time when those DV situation ends in death, and they're always like, oh, well, she was so wonderful, so wonderful. And then you hear his history and it's like, well, where did you not know that this was an issue and a problem, and you went and gave him kids, or brought him around your other kids and gave him kids and moved him in and took care of everything? Like, how is that living in squalor, brought him into your Section 8 and all that type of stuff? You know what I mean? So if the stories be all the same, and I said all because they all the same. Shout out to Mike Love. Thank you, honey. Said, first off, don't start dressing like a 304 and think you're going to get with a better man. Well, it works because RBM was looking at the girl at tonight's conversation, and she was not dressed like she was going to church.
No.
She was not dressed like Maggie, the substitute teacher.
What did she say she was? She said did she say her healed self or her innocent self? Her new innocence? Yeah.
Yes, her innocence. Yeah.
I love her new innocence. Yeah.
All that innocence showing. Okay. And look, she looked good. She looked good.
Yeah, we appreciate them innocents. Yeah.
D, shout out to D57. He said Phaedra Parks picked Apollo from prison. She gave women a gold. Oh my. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And she was a lawyer.
Our good black men are all in prison. Don't forget that.
That is true. That is true. Which is y'all's fault, even though before it was the oppressors' fault, the slave catchers and racism and Jim Crow. But today it's y'all's fault, of course. But yeah, she certainly did pick the dude from jail. Apollo came straight from jail. I was watching then. Crazy. Thank you for another 10, Mike Love. He said, RB, and great point. That's the reason a lot of these women can't come under a man's leadership. They're too used to being the head of the household. You can be used to it all you want to. Do you want what you're looking for, or you don't? That's the question. You know what I mean? So if you we had this discussion before. I know Uncle Rick is going, when he was talking about like breaking her in, whatever he's talking about, and we was doing free pod, and I was just like, well, I understand that if I'm with this man, this is what this man wants. So if I go to this man, I can't treat this man like this one, because this one is different from this one. Does that make sense? So it's about what you want when I'm with you, and then it's about what you want when I'm with you, because either I want to be with you or I don't. I feel like it's simple as that. Now, I didn't say you're gonna have me sitting up here putting Coke in my boobs and I'm supposed to run it with when I go on my cruise. No, I'm not talking about that. But like all the normal shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, this is what you do. You're doing it at your home anyway, allegedly. So why would it be a problem to do it with him if this is who you want to be with? That's what I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Plus, again, you're doing it anyway. Somebody got to eat around here, especially if you got kids. Maybe they're not eating. Philip Sadiq, I appreciate you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Shout out to TKC in the building. Kosher Clinician, thank you so much. He said, LTD, love, togetherness, and devotion is gone. Oh, a community communes. These women rebel, devalue themselves, and expect marriage. Masculinity is high. Unfortunately, yeah, that sounds about right. That's so sad to see. Love, togetherness, and devotion. Those are the words that don't get used, right? Those are the words that people should be using instead of some mess like, whatever the hell that song is called. I forget now. Scamming, boosting, and all that other, all them other words.
It's for the tip.
Masculinity is high. I'm assuming you mean with women, of course. And then there's Meg, who gets the chance and then she F's it up. And then all these women are like, we stand with Meg. How? I wouldn't want to be with you if you coming out here giving out the family business. This is like I would never come out here and be like, if I was in the streets, let me say it this way. If I was in the streets, right? And then I met somebody and I'd be like coming out here talking about, damn, he put it down last night. It'd be all good and then in my throat. Every heifer from all over the daggone internet would be all over there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even understand that these people don't understand how to keep stuff to themselves. There's no such thing as a secret. And then they word vomit on TikTok and then be mad when someone says something that they don't want to hear. Well, if you didn't tell us, we wouldn't know. Why is that such a hard concept? I'd be so confused. Shout out to D57. He said Baby Boy movie was a psyop. Jody was 15 and Yvette was 20. Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know their ages, and she got pregnant. Well, no, I don't know about that. He was not in school. Modern women yearn for that drama in their relationship. When no drama like Baby Boy, he's sitting at home with his mom and her new boyfriend. That was weird.
Well,
He
that's
was too old.
the life.
Huh?
That's the life.
I can't do it.
Baby Boy, high value man.
Lord have mercy. These people are so ass backwards and nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to hear anything. Everybody knows everything and show and prove that they don't know shit. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's really it because I don't want to sit through I don't have another tonight's conversation.
So this was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Then we're gonna do it again. How about that? I need a male voice because I don't know all the male stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if Trent was still sitting up here, you'd be still on the first clip right now.
I know.
Trent likes to derail a shit in the moment and then get mad when you got to ask him, Trent, what the hell are you talking about? Then he gonna get mad.
Thanks for the tip.
I'm supposed to be the tether interpreter. It's like I can't even understand it enough of the damn time. TK, huh?
I said, you smell me?
Right, exactly. Lord, it took me a while to understand what the hell that meant.
Yeah, I was like, what? No, I'm not trying to smell you, bro.
TKC, thank you for another two. He said masculinity is too expensive to give away for free. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know y'all know better though. This is wild though.
Yeah.
But
one final thought, a lot of black women, Michonne, out here, they really mistreat the men that like them. They mistreat the men that actually like them.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, and the first one's angry when that said black man moves on. Be the first one angry, like he did something to you.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah, everything that's wrong is right, and everything that's right is wrong. I get it. All right, boo. Well, we'll talk, of course. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. If somebody could drop RBN's channel again for me, please. Y'all make sure you subscribe to him. I'm gonna play this this video that whatchamacallit made, then I'm out of here. We'll talk, of course.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. If you have not, thank y'all for hanging out today. Thank you for all the super chats. Shout out to D. He says Yvette's character was indeed 20 and Jody was 15 when impregnated. In the movie, their child was 5. Oh my God. Debauchery all over the place. Y'all, if Kofa is still on, let's go ahead and go support Kofa. And then after that, go to RLV and support her because it's men's night and Uncle Rick is over there as well. So appreciate y'all. Hit the like button for me. If you didn't see it, shout out to JP for this video from the other day when I had on the sound thing and didn't even know it, having a rant. Appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next one.
Now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they going to McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care, say what you want, white people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, that's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because child man, none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but white people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is a funky ass. A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Shawn for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.